Have you guys seen these things? The magnetic air fans? I don't know. I guess it is like they're suspended or something. Interesting. Anyway, one of the things I was meaning to make a video about on the channel is the possibility of tariffs and stuff like that. I know some other guys have posted videos on this. Um, and I just kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents out there. And what I think is that if you're looking to buy something that you're kind of on the fence about, then that would probably be a really good time to buy it because we're probably going to see some stuff happen. I think in the long run, I think things are going to get a lot better, but I'm okay with paying more money for stuff if that creates jobs in the United States. Like, that's what we really need. Like, the problem is that as people, we're so damn greedy. And we want, like, the best deal, you know? And so we're willing to sell out our country so we can buy cheap crap from China. And it never has it really been that obvious, but that's what's really going on. So, anyway, if there's something that you want to buy, maybe it's on Amazon or something, or eBay, or Temu, or I honestly would highly recommend you don't use Temu. There's a couple of things I would say as far as that goes. No Temu, no TikTok, no AliExpress. None of that stuff is trustworthy unless you're using a really concealed bank account. Like, if you're just getting on there and you're using your regular bank account, I mean, like, you're asking for trouble because they have documented proof that some of these places have sold people's card information. They don't care. They're China. And their government wants to take over the world for whatever reason. I don't know why they can't be happy with, like, having the largest landmass, I think, almost, or whatever. I mean, what's their plan? They're going to take over the United States so that they can send their people to live here? Or they just want to dominate the world, like supremacy or something? I'm not really sure. But anyway, I can tell you this, that their government is not our friend. And they are not looking out for our best interests. They're not even looking out for their people's best interests either. You know, but the thing is, if you can't see that, then there's nothing I can explain to you. But, like, let all that aside, the prices of things could go up, and they might go up really high for a while, and they'll come back down. Um, and there's no need to freak out. There's no need to get all, excited. If you want to buy something and, it comes from China, then probably buy it now. Don't sit and wait a couple months, because in a couple months, it might not be nearly as good of a deal, and you might be upset because now if you want it, you're going to have to pay, whatever. So if there are things that you need that you use a lot of, that you order on eBay or Amazon that come from China, order it now. Also, if you can afford to buy those things by companies that provide that in our country or our neighboring countries, then that's an even better thing to do. I know that there's tariffs on Canada and Mexico and stuff like that, and that's because they really don't do any fair business for us with our government. But that's because there's lots of other reasons why. It doesn't have anything to do with they don't like us or, we don't like them. But I would rather support a company based out of Canada or Mexico or Spain or Europe, any place, before I support a country in, China, the People's Republic of China. I don't have anything against buying from China, but I'd like to support other countries that don't have the agenda to take over the world. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. But anyway, I mean, there's lots of stuff on eBay. There's lots of stuff on Amazon. Some of this stuff, you might not be able to find soon. So, anyway, I was looking at rants on here before. I've also not really looked on Amazon or QRZ or any of that in a while. Um, we have a ham fest coming this weekend. I'm not going to go to it. Just first of all, I don't want to get up in the morning. I'm a night owl, and I don't see any point. I'm also enjoying buying things at the thrift store, which means I don't have money to spend on any of this crap. This is one of the radios I really liked but didn't like. I don't know. I feel like it just falls short in so many areas. Mostly the display is just really terrible. Um, I had a hard time selling mine. It's not easy to sell stuff here, but I got $800 for mine when I sold it used. I had a problem with the tuner. I had a problem with the attenuator. I got that fixed, but the thing is that this one, the 891, and a bunch of them have a problem with nearby radios transmitting near them. I don't think I would buy one of these for 1,000. When I bought mine used, it was in pretty good shape. Um, I paid 800 for it, and I got rid of it for 800. Here's a radio I totally don't understand. Totally don't understand why this radio would be worth anything more than $500. I really don't get it. It's just a newer version of a 570. The buttons and everything are almost identically laid out. I mean, think of it as the evolution of the TS430. It's like pretending to be the high-end radio when it's not. There's no reason that this could be what they're asking for it. They want like almost $1,600 plus tax new. They're still selling it. It's a legacy radio. It's been around for a long time. There's SGs and there's non-SGs, but I mean, whatever. Why would you buy this radio when you could go ahead and buy, for that price, a brand new radio that will outperform this radio in every aspect? There is nothing that this radio can do that any of the newer radios can't do and can't do better. There's nothing. And these radios have an ALC overshoot problem. I don't know if they fix that, but I mean, like, depending on how old this one is. Outside of that, they actually are, pretty reliable. You don't hear about people having problems with them. I've never heard of anybody burning out the finals. But I just don't know, man. I don't know how anybody could spend that kind of money on that kind of radio. This guy's got a bunch of stuff. What does he got here? He has an 811. It's not an H. It's only got 3 tubes in it. And these tubes are really touchy, man. You got to be super careful with them. You tune them up wrong. Why would you sell it after buying it 4 weeks ago? It's really weird. I don't know. Is he saying why? I have a lot of problems with RFI. When I use it, my TVs turn on and off, house lights, flashes, etc. I've been working on it for the last 2 weeks. I spent a lot of time and money, dozens of ferrites, and while everything is relatively good in my apartment, my neighbors on the first floor are still complaining. My neighbors are not very friendly. They complain to me and to my landlord. It made me tired. I have made hundreds of QSOs using 100 watts, and I'll stick with it. I paid $1,500 plus shipping and tax 4 weeks ago. The amplifier is for sale for $1,000 with pickup, or $1,150 shipping. If you pick it up, I will give you for free 3 extra brand new 811 tubes ordered from Penta Laboratories. 165. Dude, that sucks. But I get it. Man, so that thing's like brand new. They are really expensive right now. In fact, I don't think you're going to be able to buy these pretty soon. I really don't. That's another thing I was going to mention. If you want to buy something MFJ, well, you better get whatever you can get because I don't really think. I think there's like nothing left really. I think we're looking at the end of it, and it is so sad, really. Everybody bitched and complained about MFJ for so many years, and now they're going to be wishing they were still here, man. I'm telling you. They really will be. The Apache Labs, Anon. I did not know that was a 200 watt radio. I've never even seen what it looked like. It's a computer in a box. I've heard a few of them. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely like the software that it runs. Thetis. But I don't know. So yeah, I think from what I understand, most of the MFJ stuff is pretty much like gone anyway. There's a 7100, 850. That's a commercial radio. I have one of these somewhere, broken. It was just like given to me free, broken. I have a TK 7 something. Their commercial stuff is actually really good. Yeah, definitely good. I think it is a 760 I have. Probably pretty expensive. These Motorola radios are really awesome, but man, good luck programming them and good luck paying for them. Another 7610. $2,500. He's such a great looking radio, but man, I don't trust him for nothing. Hey, look, he's on 28427 listening to Todd. Anyway, let's just take a look on Amazon just really quick. Amazon. I was on there the other day, and I noticed that I thought maybe the computer RAM was a little bit high in prices. Let's check out 3D printers. Yeah, they got some deals, but my friend Dave actually just ordered a Bamboo Lab. He did not order it off of here though. He's the guy that gave me all the printers and stuff, and he was just like tired of tinkering with stuff. He's like, I think I'm gonna get back into printing. I ordered a Bamboo AMS. I think it's called an AMS. But I got this K1 Max printer, but there's a new Creality that is like this. Yes, a K2 Plus. Look at this thing. So this is their answer to the Bamboo Lab, I guess. Multiple filament. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be so cool. Have a printer that, first of all, fully enclosed, multiple colors. That whole deal. 350 by 350 is pretty big. That's a lot of money, though. So I'd be curious to see what's the price of this printer going to be next year. Some of these printers, I think here, these Flash Forge, I remember seeing these for like $500. I guess it depends on which one. They've got like a fully enclosed and then a not fully enclosed. There's some of these kitty printers or quitty printers. I don't know how you pronounce it. They're some of them have some really questionable software on them, and that would be my main concern with any of these. And especially like a Bamboo. And then you got Prusa, which is just absolutely overpriced. I'm not even sure these things even print that fast. I don't know what. I think they just really work better, maybe, is what I've been told. But I find that hard to believe. I really do. I don't think that they work better. But I don't know. Here's a K1C. Get a K1 Max and a K1C. And I cannot believe how cheap the SV07 is now. I paid almost $300 for mine, and they're down to $189. Now, I think it's a pretty good printer, and it can be a little bit finicky, but it is fast, and it does print good when you get it set up correctly. And it does have Clipper, and it's very easy to connect to Mainsail and Moonraker with this. I really think that this is a huge step up over any Creality printer. Huge. But the one that I use the most is the Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro. I've had some problems with that printer, but I think it's just mainly you need to be paying attention to your filament and things like that. Bamboo A1. I don't even know what are these rated at. We have CL buying options. So everybody likes the Bamboo Labs, and I think what they've done is they've taken open source, either Clipper or Marlin or whatever, and mixed it up and then made it proprietary. Here is the Sobel SV08 Core XY. The problem with Sobel, I think, is really they started out making printers that were Creality based, and I think they should have stuck with that. And so they kind of came up with their own proprietary crap that's always a day late and $1 short. This one here, I know, has some particular problems, and I guess it's a Voron copy-ish. But I was watching one of these guys' channel that I won't mention, and he was like, you gotta heat soak the print bed first and you won't have no problems. Bullshit. How is this a fully automatic bed leveling printer? A lot of these printers, they claim to be fully automatic, this and that, and really, they're not. Here's another printer that makes no sense to me. A Core XZ. Which makes no sense to me. That's just a bed slinger. What, because this is on rails? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Prusa enclosure. I think the biggest thing for any printer, really, is they need to be in an enclosure. I don't print without using an enclosure very often. I mean, not if I'm something I'm serious about. And my Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro is in an enclosure, and it does not come out of it. It's been in there for over a year. Here's a Neo. I have a Neo. I would not spend that kind of money on a Neo. But it's definitely one of their better printers. It comes with, the springs are already done for you. You get the better display. It's not touchscreen. You get the adjustments on here. I have never, ever needed to adjust the belts to the point where I was going to need a damn knob to do it, every once in a while you check them and things like that. But, do you need to check them and tighten them all the time? No. This printer is also not direct drive. The one I have over here is direct drive. In fact, I have it right here. And I would say that it really doesn't matter. I didn't have that many problems with mine. I also went ahead and did the ultimate, Creality. I did the other stepper motor. I bought the kit. I don't know why I can't show you guys. So they don't come with dual Z. So basically, any other printer that you buy is going to have the dual Z access and all that. But yeah, you still have a Bowden tube extruder, which is fine. The bed leveling is fine. I don't know if how easy it is to really get it to use the mesh. It seemed like it wasn't really quite. I think, yeah, mine was the full metal extruder. In fact, so one of the things that like they like to recommend for these are the dual gear extruders, and I don't actually like them. If you have an issue with the extruder and you need that, usually it's because there's another problem. And if you use a dual gear extruder on a Bowden tube, you're really going to be in trouble because it starts to shred up your filament and stuff, especially if it jams. And so with this printer, I think, really the best thing you can do is just go to a direct drive. Just, like, I'd probably put a link to it, but if somebody wants to know, I think I have a link to the file for the adapter. So you can literally print a piece, take your extruder in the motor and put it on there, reroute the wires. If you really want to, you can buy an extension cable, which is helpful. I think I had one from something. But anyway, and the dual gear extruder is not necessary. And that's not necessary, and the dual Z is not necessary. The dual Z is nice to have, but not important. Even if they show a back of it, they don't. But it only has one gear, and it's a lot of money for that printer, because that's not really the best printer that they sell. The best one they sell is definitely not this one either. This one's also extremely overpriced. This is just basically a sprite extruder, which is good. And why do they show that? You're not printing that with this thing. This is just the same thing reiterated. Creality is really great at like regurgitating the same thing over and over. Okay, so this printer here is still expensive. And although they say, yes, it'll print that speed, it's not going to without having mistakes. I can't believe that printer is that expensive. $288 for the Neptune 4. It's not even the Pro. Now, I don't think the Pro is necessary, because the SV07 prints just as fast as this printer. This has Clipper, but you have no Wi-Fi. But anyway, I don't have this one. I have the Pro, which I'm curious what that one's going to cost. Okay, where? I just thought I just seen it. Oh yeah, and they say that they updated one of the syllables to print faster. I remember seeing that. So the 4 Max or the 4 Plus, I believe, has Wi-Fi. So I have the 4 Pro, and one of the differences up at the top here, it's metal. This whole piece is metal at the top on the Pro. But basically, it's Palm, all metal dual axis guide rails. So I guess you got rails in the bottom, you got rails in the top, but you have palm wheels in the Z. Yeah, they got this new SV06 Ace. $288. That's ridiculous. They come out with a new version of this. And they're claiming that this new SV06 will do 600 millimeters a second. And it has a camera and some other stuff on it. It's $399. I've got an SV06 Plus, which is still holding its value. The SV07 is really cheap, which I don't know why. So I have... Come on. I have that printer right there. And I've had some problems with the filament sensor. And that's about it. When I first got it, I got really freaked out because I bought it used. And it was completely blank because the guy was running Clipper. Now, I've never clippered mine. I'm not really sure exactly how to do it. But I just haven't had time to sit here and worry about it. So anyway, the prices all kind of look the same for this kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're thinking about buying some stuff, just do it now because who knows what's going to happen. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.